Today we've got games 3 and 4 of the second round of the playoffs here in season number 3 at the Golden State Warriors, MyNBA franchise, here on NBA 2K25. If the rest of this series is like the first two games, then buckle up. We are going to be in for some instant classics. Each of the first two games coming down to the final shot. We escaped with a 2-point win led by 53 from Steph. He's on his last legs. He's planning to retire at the end of the year. And he might be playing the best basketball of his career. It has been really fun to watch. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was really good. He had 38, but he did miss the game-time mid-ranger off the contest by the rookie, Kajai Stokes. Game 2, we lost by 1. Jonathan Kuminga had 34, but he did miss the game-winning potential three-point shot. Curry had his worst game of the playoffs, 6 of 19 from the field. Shai was also not good, 4 for 14 before getting hurt, but it didn't matter. Jalen Williams had 46 on absurdly good shooting. So we have not yet talked about the injury for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and of course, we have some injuries of our own. In Game 1, Roman Loggins-Burl and Antoine Salis got dinged up. Salis' injury is not a big deal. He did not see a minutes restriction in Game 2, but we held Loggins-Burl out, given that the hip injury really limits his athleticism and his explosiveness, which is obviously a big part of his game. But the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander injury, you would think, is certainly the bigger long-term storyline. He strained his hip as well. Shocking, I know. And it will linger for the next 2 to 4 weeks, which is the rest of the series. He did not return after suffering the injury in the last game, where he already was not very good to begin with. But of course, this is a huge loss for them. He's averaging 35 in the playoffs. You can make the argument he's the best player, or if not that, at the very least, the best guard in the NBA right now. He's going to play through the injury, and I think he's going to be at like 85% of himself. But that's a huge 15% that they're losing, given how good he is. So that'll certainly hurt them, and they're going to rely on their other stars, Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, to really step up. If J-Dub plays half as well as he did in Game 2, then he should certainly be fine. They're going to need a lot from Chet Holmgren as well, who's recovering from a hip injury of his own. The Thunder are making a change to their starting lineup. Out with Cason Wallace, in with Isaiah Joe. They lose some defense, but they add some floor spacing. So Chet Holmgren and Adem Bona will meet for the tip. It goes to the Warriors as both guys failed going after it, and we are underway. Game 3 and 4 in Oklahoma City. Series currently tied at 1. Butler clanks the 3 off the back iron. OKC looks to move quick. Jalen Williams, coming off his 46-pointer in Game 2, is right back to business. He sinks in the floater, the first to score here in Game 3. Brandon Ingram gets the screen from Bona. He hands it off for Jonathan Kuminga. He lets it fly, coming off his big scoring outburst. And Golden State finds themselves on the board for the first time as Chet Holmgren is matched up with Curry. That is a mismatch, and Steph Curry can do absolutely nothing about that as Holmgren sends it in to put the Thunder back ahead. Curry has it guarded by Shai. Both guys coming off of down games in Game 2. Pick and pop. Deep 3 is good for Jonathan Kuminga. He's got the first 6 for the Warriors. 2 for 2 from deep. Butler on the drive. Layup is good. Counting and a foul. And one for Jimmy Butler. He would miss the free throw, however, as it's 8-6. Isaiah Joe with it on the wing. Blows by Ingram. We were hoping the help defense from Bona would influence the shot, but unfortunately that does not happen as we are tied at 8. Here is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off the screen. Sends it out to Holmgren. His 3 is good. Chet Holmgren connects on the triple. 13-8 now as Curry brings it up for the Warriors. The paint is left wide open. OKC caught sleeping. And Steph Curry makes his first basket of the game. 13-10 now. Jalen Williams out to Shai. Good look from deep. It is no good. Rebound by Holmgren. Bona is injured as Holmgren makes the second chance effort. But obviously the bigger deal here is Adem Bona. That is not a hip injury, folks. He is grabbing at his ankle. The official diagnosis is an Achilles injury. And whenever you hear the word Achilles in sports, you get a little bit scared. Right there, his right leg lands awkwardly with the ground. That is a horrible sight to see, and certainly hoping that Adem Bona avoided the worst. In terms of a basketball perspective, that's a huge loss for us. He's obviously our starting center. We need his size down there. So this guy's going to really have to step up. Onyeka Okongwu is there with the and one. We're probably going to see some more Jabari Springer as well. J-Dub inside. He's blocked. Jonathan Kuminga with the denial. Here comes the Warriors. Butler with space. Drains the triple. And we were within one. The best offense is good defense. Excellent job in transition by Golden State to attack and hit the three. Steph Curry off the screen. His triple is good. We are tied at 19. The Warriors with a little extra to play for now that Adembona is injured. I had a feeling we were going to get hit by the injury bug in this series. OKC obviously not so lucky themselves with Shea. Off the miss. Holmgren to Lou Dort for three. Chet Holmgren so far has been unstoppable on both ends of the floor. He hasn't missed a shot on offense. He's been great on defense, great on the glass. But we're going to respond with a three of their own. Curry dishes it for Antoine Salice as we are tied at 22. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has it. High-scoring game so far. Still nearly 4 to go in the first. Pick and roll. Chet Holmgren in for the layup. He gets that one over Onyeka Okongwu. Chet now 4 for 4. Salice, step back, looks to beat the shot clock, and that one is off the mark. Salice has been inefficient from 2 throughout the postseason as it's ripped and stolen away by Steph Curry. On the other end, Curry inside for the rookie, Kajai Stokes, who makes the layup. And look at the bottom right. Adembona, strained right Achilles. It looks like the worst will not happen. Now, he will not be able to return to the game, but that could have been significantly a bigger injury. I feel like we got lucky there. Williams in for the layup, 2-point game. Curry looking for the screen. He will find Antoine Salice for 3, his second of the game. Salice with the release. The Warriors are up by 1. Here's Luguentz Dort with it to the corner for Cason Wallace, left wide open. OKC's offense has been more than fine without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing well. He only has 2 points on 0 of 4 shooting from the field as he has Curry in isolation and the first. Step back. Shai, pump fake. Got it! With 6/10 of the second left in the quarter, the Oklahoma City Thunder will add to the... I don't know what we're doing there. I guess we're not going to get a shot off. 33-29, though, you're scored through 1. Chet Holmgren leading the way. 11 points, 5 rebounds on perfect shooting so far as that brings us into the second. Trinidad, Holmgren picking up right where he left off as he connects on the right wing 3. OKC up by 7, biggest lead of the game. Butler, crossover, Salice wide open. Third time's the charm. Antoine Salice hits another triple. He's made his first 3 tonight from beyond the long line with 9 points as Holmgren hands it off for Wallace, and that one rattles in. It feels like every time Chet Holmgren touches the ball, it turns to gold. Like, if he shoots the ball, it goes in. If he passes it, whoever gets the ball makes the shot. It's kind of ridiculous as Trinidad makes the layup, and look at the score. All of a sudden, we are down by a dozen. What has happened? We were down by 4 at the end of the first. Pick and roll, Jabari Springer on the board with the layup. As I mentioned, we're probably going to see a bigger role from him with the injury to Adembona. Here is Jalen Williams, runs around the screen. That one over. Springer is good. OKC just cannot miss. I mean, their offense has been unbelievable. Obviously, Chet is at the forefront, but it's not just him. Everybody's eating. Trinidad misses the 3. Holmgren rebound, passes it out. Jalen Williams, finally a possession where they missed multiple shots. It took way longer than it needed to. On the other end, Salice, pump fake, looking for the screen from Jimmy Butler. Gets it over to Jimmy. It's poked away, out of bounds, and Oklahoma City ends up with it. That very clearly was tipped out by Jalen Williams. I'm not the only one who saw that, right? 12-point game following possession. J-Dub matched up with Jonathan Kuminga, looking for some space. Shai on the drive. It's intercepted by Okongwu. Here comes the Warriors. Butler lobs it up! Mama! There goes that man! Jonathan Kuminga going airborne with the throwdown. As it is a 10-point game, here is Cason Wallace in the corner for Shai. Pump fake. Shai on the drive. Layup no good. Continuing his not-so-good start. You can tell the injury clearly bugging him. Jimmy Butler on the other end gets it over to Brandon Ingram. He's been quiet, only 2 points today. Matches up with Shai. B.I. Turnaround. Fade away. Smooth like butter. Nice shot by Brandon Ingram. That'll make it an 8-point game. Kuminga sends it up the floor. Jimmy Butler buries the hatchet. We were down by, what, 14 points a few minutes ago? All of a sudden, the lead is down to 5. A great response, but we're unable to make it a one-score game there. Brandon Ingram misses the layup, and here comes the Thunder. Williams in the corner. Isaiah Joe. Knockdown automatic. Arguably the best catch-and-shoot guy in the entire league. He is not missing that one, as it's an 8-point game. Kuminga off the screen, gets some space. What you can do, I can do better. Gets a 3 of his own in the double figures now with 11. Wallace guarded by Butler off the screen. Cason Wallace on the drive with the slam. Jimmy Butler is still good, but at 37 years old, planning his retirement, you can tell he looks a little bit slower out there as we see on that possession. Curry left wide open. I don't get what the thought process is there. Even though Curry hasn't shot the ball all that well so far, leaving him open is not a smart idea, as it's not smart to leave Jalen Williams wide open either, especially after his impressive 4 for 6 from deep in the last game. He's been a lot quieter today so far, though. One-score deficit. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, step back over Steph is good, and that'll make it a 5-point game. Now a 7-point lead, as the Warriors will get the last shot. Curry with it, looking to call a play, looking to get somebody open off the screen. It's Jonathan Kuminga. Pump fake, nobody's open. Kuminga, Curry at the buzzer. Bang! Stephen Curry connects from beyond the arc. That'll wrap up the first half. We've got ourselves another good one. 60-56, OKC leads over Golden State. As I look at the bracket here, I noticed that all 4 series are currently tied at 1, which is pretty dope. I feel like the second round of the playoffs, regardless of what sport it is, usually is the best because you have a lot of good series going on and you have a lot of deserving teams. It's not like the 7 and 8 seeds who snuck in out of the play-in tournament. Every team left is really good, and we're going to be getting some high-level basketball across the board. It's been a mixed bag so far for us. Jimmy Butler leads the way with 12. Kuminga has 11 on perfect shooting, 4 of 4. Curry has 11 on not quite perfect shooting. And then on the other side, we cannot stop Chet Holmgren. He has 18 points, 10 rebounds, 6 of 6 shooting from the field. He has not missed a shot all night long. We have to find a way to stop him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a little rack attack. He is in for the layup. Nice play there by Shai, looking to get things going. He had just 6 points in the first half, going 2 for 8. Here's Curry out to Jimmy Butler for 3. That one is good. It's been a really strong game for Jimmy Buckets, living up to his name now with 15. 1-point game. Shai matched up with Steph inside. That one is off the mark. Holmgren with the offensive rebound, and Chet Holmgren continues to just be automatic. Shai has been completely off, and it hasn't mattered. Chet Holmgren has looked like the white Kevin Durant. The lob from Curry to the big man, Onyeka Okongwu. We're continuing to hang in there despite Chet playing the game of his life, as Jalen Williams has it in the corner off the screen. J-Dub on the drive. Layup is good. Solid first half for Jalen Williams. He had 10 points, but on 10 shot attempts. Shai throws it up, no good. Holmgren offensive rebound again, and he will score again. That's now 8 of 8 shooting. He still has not missed. That is unbelievable. Here's Lou Dort with it inside. Slips it for J-Dub. Dunks over Kuminga for the and 1. And the Thunder are back up by double digits. Hot start for them in the third. We've got to find a way to respond. Curry launches a fadeaway 3, and it's good. Maybe not the most efficient shot to take, but hey, it went in. When in doubt, get the ball to Steph. He'll do something cool. Williams to the wing. Lou against Dort. Gets one right back. And the lead returns to 10. Curry on the drive out to Butler. Deep 3. No good. Holmgren with another rebound. He has like nearly the same amount of rebounds as our entire team as he connects with Isaiah Joe from deep. Holmgren's passing has been really good as well. He's at like 4 or 5 assists now. I mean, he's doing everything on such a perfect level. Offensive rebound, put back, dunk. I mean, literally, I cannot remember the last time I've seen more of a complete individual performance just across the board. Curry gets that one to go in. He's playing better here in the second half now with 16 and 9. 13-point lead. J-Dub out to Chet Holmgren for 3. This dude does not miss. He's 10 of 10 with 27 points. Somebody please stop this man. Kuminga off the inbound. That one is good. His first points of the second half. Got to get him more involved, much like we did in game 2, despite the loss. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander inside. Good move on Antoine Saliz. Ingram unable to make a nice defensive play quick enough, as it's a 16-point lead. We've got to get on a run, and quick. Ingram off the screen. Heavily contested 3 is good. Nice shot for B.I., who's been quiet tonight. Our offense has been okay, but the defense just has not been able to keep up. OKC is making every shot in the book, it feels like. Off the miss by Wallace. Saliz, Kuminga, open lane, open slam! And the lead is within 11. We're continuing to keep the door open, I suppose, but again, we've got to continue this little run. Stokes with it. Pull-up jumper. That was not the shot, Valentine, but it goes in anyway. And the lead is within 7. I said we needed to go on a nice run, and we are doing exactly that. Still got to keep getting stops defensively and not leaving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander completely butt-naked wide open. 10-point game. In the corner, Jalen Williams matched up with Antoine Salis. Launches it up. It's good with a foul. And one for Jalen Williams as the lead sits at 11 with under 2 minutes to go in the third. Jimmy Butler on the drive sends it out. Curry, corner 3. Bang! 19 and 10 for Steph. Even on what's been a quiet night for him, he has a double-double when we're still in the third quarter. Chet Holmgren matched up with Jimmy Butler inside, and he still will not miss. 10-point game. Here is Stokes with it. Pump fake, matched up with Cason Wallace. Sends it out to Curry, and he is really starting to heat up. 11 points in the first half for Steph. He's got 11 in the third quarter alone. 92-85. Honestly, a miracle the game is this close. Holmgren, pump fake, open 3 is no good. He missed the shot. I don't believe it. Of course, they get the offensive rebound. Isaiah Joe is off the mark, and that'll do it for the third. Down by 7. We really did not play all that well in this quarter, but the lead isn't much bigger. Certainly a doable comeback in the fourth, but we've got to find a way to stop Chet. Stokes, Salis, buries the 3, and we are within 4. Jalen Williams on the drive has Cason Wallace. Wallace out to Trinidad. Everybody on this Thunder team can space the floor. That's the problem. They've got guys who can really slash to the basket, and when we want to send help with them, that opens up somebody on the perimeter. Here comes Golden State moving up the floor quickly. Stokes to the big man, Onyeka Okongwu, who misses? That might be the most pathetic miss I've ever seen in my entire life. Brother, you are 6'10". Make the goddamn shot. On the other end, Vucevic matched up with Brandon Ingram. See, that's how you do it. Ingram is only a couple inches shorter, but Vooch finds a way to get it done anyway. Here is Stokes with it out to Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga has it stripped away, gets it back, out to Stokes. Mid-ranger is good. The rookie really does not miss from mid-range. I mean, you can put all 5 defensive players on him, and Stokes is probably still going to make the shot. Here is Chet Holmgren for 3, right back to it. As that one rattles in. Chet had a game this year where he scored, I think, 46 against us, but, like, he didn't shoot the ball that well. He was shot-chucking. Today, he's not missing anything. Holmgren on the drive. Mid-ranger is good. Remember, he's 7'1", he's on a bum hip, and he's moving like a guard out there, the way he's handling the ball. 14-point game, 5.5 to go. We've got to get moving quick. Butler on the drive, keeps it himself, in for the layup. 17 points for Jimmy Butler, as the lead sits at 12. Defense has got to really clutch up here. Vucevic matched up with Springer. Step back, that one is good. There's nothing we could have done there defensively. A really nice shot by Vucevic. Here is Butler out to Curry for 3. He's been quiet in the fourth, but he gets that one to rattle in. Now 25 and 10 for the Chef. 11-point game. Brandon Ingram with it on the drive. Sends it over to Butler in the corner. Antoine Salis with his 5th 3 of the game. 8-point deficit. Isaiah Joe. Pump fake. Joe on the drive. That one is good. Obviously known for the 3-point shot. Salis was fully expecting him to shoot. He goes for the 2, and it goes in anyway. Curry launches one up. That was not the shot. I mean, he was open, but should have tried to set his feet. On the other end, it's Lou Dort in for the layup. And Oklahoma City is up by 12 with 3 minutes to go. It is not looking good for us, folks. Butler matched up with Chet, and that ball is swatted away! Chet Holmgren looks like a grown man out there on both ends of the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with it now, matched up with Curry. Out to Lou against Dort, 10 on the shot clock. Holmgren has it. It would be fitting if he's the one to end the possession. Inside, Vucevic. Over Springer, no good. Nice defensive play there by Jabari Springer, and the Warriors look to move fast. Salis has it on the drive. Over to Jimmy Butler. 17, 7, and 5. He's got it to Curry! Quarter 3, the lead is within 9. Warriors will press it. Pass is tipped. Springer steals it. Out to Curry. Left corner. Bang! Back-to-back 3s for Curry. He cuts the lead in half. It goes from 12 to 6. I don't know why we didn't run the press again there. As the Thunder call a timeout, they've got to figure out a way to combat the full-court press. Otherwise, they could really choke this game. Under 2 minutes to go. Shai in isolation off the screen. Throws it up and in! Wow, that is a huge 3 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 9-point game. Kuminga on the drive. Quick closeout by J-Dub. Butler, Okongwu, Curry looking for the screen. He will eventually get it. Curry with 31 and 10 in the corner for Butler. Butler on the drive. We've got to make a quick decision. Curry's 3 no good. Okongwu with the rebound. Ball up top. But again, we've got to move fast. There's a minute 25. Kuminga, turnaround jumper. No good. We go 0 for 2 on that possession. And now OKC's really looking to put the icing on the cake. Shea on the drive. We're trying to strip it away. Pull-up jumper off the mark. Okongwu with the rebound is 10th. 1 point away from the double-double. Out to Jonathan Kuminga on the drive with the throwdown. The lead at 7. We're going to go right back to the full-court press. That's probably our only avenue if we want to win this game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander nearly has it stripped away. Inside, Williams with the slam. Okongwu does not get there quick enough. 9-point game. Curry's 3 off the mark. Holmgren with the rebound. 9-point deficit with 45 seconds left. It might be a lost cause. Shea on the drive. Layup. Good with a foul. And 1. That's your ball game. 122-113. The Oklahoma City Thunder take game 3. They take the series lead 2-1. This one certainly did not go our way. We stayed in it until the end, but the Thunder were in control throughout. And it also sucks that we lost our starting center, Adem Bona. And we saw firsthand in this game how important he is because, well, Chet Holmgren did this. 34 points, 18 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks on 13 of 15 shooting, 9 of 9 from 2. The stats are really good, but I feel like his impact was even more than that. Legitimately one of the most impressive complete games I have seen by an individual player in quite some time. He was unbelievable on both ends of the floor. The best player on the floor from start to finish, without question. He was absolutely ridiculous in this game. Jalen Williams played well. He had 22. Shea had 20 shot attempts, that is, with 19 points. Another inefficient game from him. Steph's done a really good job defending him. We've had some other guards play him as well, but I feel like Steph deserves a lot of credit on the defensive end. He's been very good defensively in the postseason. And he had 31 and 11 on the other side. Wasn't a perfect game shooting-wise, but he really got into it in the second half. 20 for Saley, 17 for Butler and Kuminga. Okongwu with a double-double. But again, the loss of Adem Bona, really, really important. His defense and his rebounding were severely missed in this game. Brandon Ingram as well, 3 for 8. He did not close the final 3 minutes because everybody else was playing better. Throughout most of the postseason, Saley has been the guy on the bench in those late-game spots. But Saley was having a pretty good game. Ingram was not. So Adem Bona's strained right Achilles will keep him out for probably around 2 weeks. The plan is that Onyeka Okongwu will become the starting center. And then again, Jabari Springer is going to play quite a bit more. I'm also tentatively going to add Bruce Brown to the rotation. I'm okay with running an 8-man unit for the postseason, but I wouldn't mind having Bruce Brown in there for a couple minutes if necessary, if a lot of guys are running out of steam and could use a break. So we may use Bruce Brown as a change of pace per se, if necessary. Antoine Saley is fully healthy, not a major surprise, but still good news nonetheless as we get into game 4, a pivotal one for us. We know we cannot fall down 3-1. Now, it is possible to come back down 3-1, and these two teams know that firsthand. Go back to 2016 when the Warriors did it in the Western Conference Finals. But I don't want to test our luck again. I feel like we've really got to win this game and tie the series up at 2. Same group of 5 for OKC. Isaiah Joe returns with the 1s. Okongwu now running the 5 for the Warriors as Chet Holmgren wins the tip. We are underway here with Game 4 of the second round of the playoffs. Thunder with the series lead 2-1. Isaiah Joe with it inside for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder are certainly hoping for more of a consistent game from him after really having 2 bad games in a row for his standards. On the drive, Shea inside. Williams floats it up and in, and the Thunder will make it a 4-0 ball game. Curry brings it up. Blows by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't know why he passed it out, though. Did he think Holmgren was going to come in for the block? On the other end, Joe inside. Williams, that one is off the mark. Good defense by Golden State, but offensively it's been a struggle so far. Curry, Butler, pull-up mid-ranger, off the mark, ball is tipped, rattles out, ball is tipped again, Okongwu back with it, out to Jonathan Kuminga, gets the screen. Kumenga on the drive. Inside for Okongwu. And it's out of bounds. It has been some ugly offense so far in this game. A little bit hard to watch. I like that we're attacking the paint, though. I think that's what we've got to do. Attack Chet Holmgren. It seems risky because he's such a good defender as Curry ends the scoring drought with the 3. But my thought process is if we continue to attack him, that's going to get him in foul trouble. It'll cause him to play defense differently, and it'll keep him off the floor, which obviously helps out OKC offensively. Holmgren off the pick and roll. He's blocked at the rim by Onyeka Okongwu. Here comes the Warriors. Ingram with it, coming off a quiet game 3. Turnaround midi is good. The Warriors make it 5-4. The best offense is good defense. Thunder call a quick timeout, as their offense doesn't look so good either. Chet Holmgren sets the screen for Shea. On the drive, Shea, spin move, back to Chet. That one is off the mark, grabs his own miss and gets the putback. Good job there by Chet Holmgren, using his size to his advantage there. But game 1, though, both offenses were on fire early. I think it was tied at 22 through 6 minutes. Now nobody can make a shot. Well, nobody except for this guy. Curry launches up a contested 3. It is good. He's got 6. That is more than the rest of his team combined. Williams on the drive, sends it out to Shea. He gets a 3 right back. Big shot for Oklahoma City. We'll make it 10-9. Curry bounces it for Jonathan Kumenga. Halfway through the quarter, dribble handoff for Butler. Back out, Kumenga, 3 ball is good. It rattles in. 13-9 now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with it, tightly matched up with Steph. On the drive, he's got Williams over to Cason Wallace, who connects on the triple. With the lack of scoring, though, I feel like there's overall less of a margin for error. The winner of this game might only have, say, 110, 115 points, as Curry is fouled by Chet Holmgren. That's his first. As I mentioned earlier, we want to get Holmgren in foul trouble. Keep him off the floor as much as possible. Steph would only go 1 of 2 at the line, as Shea has it on the drive. Layup is good, and we are now tied up at around 14 apiece. Curry with it, drives in on the next possession. He's doubled. Springer has Kumenga. Kumenga on the drive. He is fouled by Chet. That's his second. You love to see it. Chet taken out of the game. Kumenga would make both, as it's a 2-point lead. What the fake? Antoine Selis is in for the slam. 18-14 now. Nikola Vucevic with it. We're hoping he's in the game more by virtue of Chet Holmgren not being in, as Luguentz Dort hits the 3. 1-point game. Jalen Williams inside for the lead. That one is off the back iron. Springer with the rebound. Here comes Golden State. 2.5 to go in the first. Kumenga on the drive, and he is in with the slam. Jonathan Kumenga showing off the power, as it is a 3-point game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has it out to Jalen Williams for 3. That one is good, and so we are now tied up at 22. Oklahoma City now up with 1.5 minutes left in the first. Jabari Springer in, layup is good. We are now tied at 24 apiece. Neither team really making much ground on the other yet. Jalen Williams, what a move. Crosses up Brandon Ingram, in for the throwdown. Thunder now up by 2 with 30 seconds to go in the first. Selis swings it out to Kajai Stokes. He will get the screen from Ingram. Pull up, mid-ranger, and again, it doesn't matter if he's smothered. It doesn't matter if he's on the move. If Kajai Stokes is in the mid-range, he is going to make the shot. The midi is automatic, as Geronimo Trinidad is in for the layup. 4-point game with around 10 seconds left in the quarter. Steph Curry looks like he is going to run up a play here, and it's intercepted. I wanted to pass it not to Stokes, but instead to Selis, but the turnover results in a transition layup for Nikola Topic, who really did not play much in Game 3. I'm not sure why, as the full court heave is no good. That'll wrap up the first quarter. Low-scoring start, high-scoring finish. The Thunder up by 6, 32-26. We've got some work to do to start the second. OKC garnering some early momentum, as Stokes swings it out for Antoine Selis. Gets the screen. Mid-ranger at the top of the key is good. Nice shot by Antoine Selis, and the lead is within 4. Chet Holmgren with it inside, matched up with Ingram. Tries to lob it up for Trinidad. He's unsuccessful, and here comes Golden State. Butler sends it up. Brandon Ingram sends it home. That might have been the highest lob pass I've ever seen. Great job by Jimmy Butler to not let any of the Thunder of defenders be in range for that ball. Brandon Ingram's able to track it like a defensive back. Call him Colin Wright. If you know, you know. 2-point game. Here is Nikola Topic on the drive. Layup is good. 4-point lead now for the Thunder. They're shooting 61% from the field, a really efficient start for OKC, and that was with the bad first quarter start. As Brandon Ingram is in for the throwdown, he's now got 6, playing a lot better than he did in Game 3 so far. Joe has Wallace. Corner 3 is good. Big time shot for Cason Wallace. 37-32, Isaiah Joe with it. Has it stripped away and eventually stolen. Salis and Springer with the defense. Brandon Ingram with it. He's matched up with Topic. Out to Salis. Gets by Isaiah Joe. Swings it in the corner for the rookie. Kajai Stokes buries the 3. And we were within 2. Curry will get the screen from Jabari Springer on the drive. The lob is good. Jabari Springer with the throwdown, giving us some high-energy minutes off the bench, and a good pass there by Steph to tie the game at 37. Kuminga, step-back jumper for the lead off the mark. Springer rebound, and the putback. Another nice play by Jabari Springer, who's been able to step up. Due to the injuries, these young guys are getting a lot of runs, Springer and Stokes, and they are both really producing. Kajai Stokes is in for the layup. He's got 7, amongst the highest scorers on the team. Topic matched up with Steph Curry. Gets it to Jalen Williams. His open 3 is good. You cannot leave Jalen Williams with space. One of the most overall efficient scorers in the league. Brandon Ingram off the screen. Corner 3 is good. It rattles in. Ingram only had 7 in the last game, but he's already got 9 here. With just over 3 to go in the first half. Screen for Shea. Pull-up triple is good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was quiet in Game 2. He was quiet in Game 3, but has looked a lot more like himself in Game 4. Seems to be responding well to the hip injury as he dishes it in the corner. Isaiah Joe's 3 for the tie, no good. Rebound. Back out to Joe, no good. Another rebound for Jalen Smith. It's poked away and eventually stolen by the Warriors. That took longer than it needed to. Kuminga then has it poked out. Geronimo Trinidad has it. Out to Shea. Step back. Mid-ranger is good. Shea is just such a smooth hooper. And I feel like that play kind of encapsulated that. 1-point game. Butler on the drive. Layup is good. Jimmy Butler, really quiet start. Unlike the last game, he's finally on the board as it's 50-47. Trinidad has it. Layup is good. Rattles in. Nice play by Geronimo Trinidad, who continues to really impress me. I think he looks like a really good player throughout this series. Shea, jumper. That one is good for the lead. 51-50. The Warriors are going to have to call a timeout because Onyeka Okongwu suffered a minor injury on that play. So our number 1 center and our number 2 center are both hurt. That's not good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in for the layup. 3-point game. Springer running the 5. He's really our only choice right now as Brandon Ingram throws it up and in. If it is a serious injury for Okongwu, who else are we going to play at the 5? Jonathan Kuminga maybe gets some run. Jimmy Butler could as well as he sends it out to Antoine Salis. That one for the lead. 55-53, under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Luguentz Dort with it, matched up with Ingram. Inside for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Layup for the tie is good. For those of you counting at home, Shea now has 11 in the second. He has 20 points overall on 9 of 11 shooting. 55-55. Around 10 seconds to go in the half. Ingram on the drive, he's doubled. Butler, open 3 for the lead! Jimmy Butler ties it up at 58. Just seconds to go here in the half. Shea gets it out to an open Jalen Williams. His jumper is good, and the lead is within 1. J-Dub has 14. He's been really productive. Half-court heave is off the mark from Steph. Yet again, we've got ourselves another good one. Going into this series, I expected every game to be neck and neck, probably looking at a 7-game set. And now that we are essentially halfway through this series, I would say that prediction still holds to form. There really hasn't been much of a difference between these two teams. And whoever wins this series has as good of a shot as anybody to win the title. I think we've done a really good job of responding from Game 3 because Chet Holmgren, who was unguardable, has 2 points right now on just 1 of 3 shooting. The problem with this Thunder team is even if one of their stars struggles, the other 2 will pick them up. Shea has 20. He's only missed 2 shots. Jalen Williams has been good. So one of those 3 guys can have an off night, and it doesn't matter because the other 2 stars are going to play well. The role players are going to produce. That's what makes this Oklahoma City team so dangerous going forward. Jalen Williams looking for the screen from Holmgren. Kuminga bites early, expecting the jumper, and that decision proves to be a bad one. Jalen Williams for 3, Oklahoma City back ahead. 60-58. Screen for Curry. Out to Kuminga. His triple is good on the pick and pop. You notice Onyeka Okongwu is back. He can play through the strained hip, and given where we are in terms of center depth, we don't really have much of the choice, do we? Jalen Williams hits the three, 2-point game. Brandon Ingram with it on the drive. Looks to get somebody open. He's going to fade away on Joe. Turnaround jumper is good. Nice play there by Ingram. Back to Okongwu, though. He's going to play with this injury, but likely on a reduced workload. We're going to see a huge role for Jabari Springer going forward as Kuminga gets the dunk. Warriors take the lead. Now we're tied at 65. 7.5 to go in the third. Williams, double. Do not leave Isaiah Joe wide open. And that will prove to be a mistake time and time again. He does not miss the open shot from deep. 68-65. Ingram with it. Spin move. Beyblade, let it rip. And the lead is within one. Brandon Ingram has had some really challenging shots tonight. It has been fun watching him. Okongwu inside with the steal. Warriors looking for the lead. Curry, Ingram on the move. Mid-ranger is good. Ingram's got 17 points. This is pure hoops right now. As the kids say, Brandon Ingram's not a basketball player. He's a hooper. Nice three off the catch by Jalen Williams. He is really starting to heat up with 23 points, including multiple threes here in the second half. 9 points in the third quarter through the first 5 minutes for J-Dub. 2-point lead. There's Lou Dort at the top of the key. Connects on the three for the Thunder. 74-69. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now that one is off the mark. Springer with the rebound. Again, we're going to be asking for a lot out of him. He has Kuminga with the slam. Jonathan Kuminga has been destroying these Oklahoma City rims throughout these series. I'm surprised neither of the rims have been taken down yet. Pull-up mid-range jumper is good for Kajai Stokes. He still will not miss from mid-range. 1-point lead. Lou Dort for three. The Dortcher chamber strikes again. He has really shot the lights out throughout this series for OKC as Stokes loses it, gets it back, returns it to Ingram, back out to Stokes. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Stokes has to heave it up, and it's good! It feels like a shot we're just kind of chucking, but when it's Kajai Stokes and it's a mid-ranger, shot's going to go in. Automatic! 77-75. Holmgren has Springer going flying on the pump fake. That has got to be embarrassing if you're Jabari Springer, who gets it here on the wing. Leaves Holmgren in the dust. Ball don't lie! 2-point game again with 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Antoine Salis with it, matched up with Holmgren. That is his fourth foul of the game. We're continuing to get him in foul trouble. 2-point lead now with a minute left in the third. Springer, doubled. Who's going to be open? It's Antoine Salis. Not the guy you want to leave with space from beyond the arc. 84-79 now. The Warriors on a 15-5 run through the last 3.5 minutes. OKC really slowing down offensively. This guy has been the most productive player for them here in the third. Jalen Williams has been the catalyst over the last 10 minutes. Three off the screen. That'll tie it. Geronimo Trinidad has this one knotted up at 86. The Warriors will get the last shot. Salis taking his time. 4 seconds left. He's got to make a quick decision. Off the screen. Pulled up jumper for the lead is no good. 86-86. This game comes down to the next 10 minutes. The most important 10 minutes, not just of this season, but probably of this entire franchise series so far. If we lose this game and fall 3-1, again, it's possible, but we don't have the 2016 Warriors on our team. Nikola Topic, the first to score. Good pass to get that one by Steph. 88-86. Ingram double. Butler, three for the lead. It's good! Jimmy Butler connects from beyond the arc. 89-88. Here comes Curry with it on the drive. He hands it off for Antoine Salis. Salis doubled. Back out to Curry. Pump fake. Topic is fooled. And that one is good! How did he make that layup? That was a good defensive play by Vucevic to really alter the shot without fouling. But Steph Curry's just that good. Pokes it away, ends up with the steal. On the other end, the best offense is good defense, right? Ingram, jumper is good. We are living in the mid-range today with Brandon Ingram and Kajai Stokes. I know that mid-rangers are not a good shot, but those guys are just not missing. Here is Jalen Williams for three. Huge shot for the Thunder. And we are within two, 93-91. Curry with it, 8.5 to go. Gets by Topic, he's doubled. Ingram, three ball. It's good! As much as Brandon Ingram felt like a non-factor in Game 3, he's been awesome in this one. 22-4-4, really shooting the ball well. This time he's slow to react, though, on defense. Maybe I shouldn't have been singing his praises. Another 3 for J-Dub. 2-point game. Williams on the drive. That one is no good. Gets his own miss. Rebound. Put back for the tie. We are knotted up at 96. Neither side giving in with just over 7 to go. Curry, jumper for the lead. That'll stop the drought offensively for Golden State. 98-96. Lou Dort will inbound it here through the Thunder. As he takes his time, sends it over to Wallace, out to Joe. Stokes slow to react. And Isaiah Joe hits another 3. That is not the guy you want to be late on. 1-point Thunder lead. Floater is an air ball, I guess. I don't think the shot was altered by the defense. On the other end, there's Stokes for the lead. The rookie continues to not be fazed by the bright lights. 1-point lead. Vucevic, turnaround on Okongwu. Thunder back ahead with 6 minutes to go. This game really has been back and forth. Stokes has Okongwu on the drive. Double. Stokes. 3 for the lead. Kajai Stokes, cash money. The rookie now with 16 points hits another big shot. 2-point game. Nice pass inside. Trinidad off the feed from Shea. Ties it at 103. Neither side really is giving it at all. This game literally could come down to the final shot again. Curry layup. That one is good for the lead. 105-103. Curry's got 17 and 7 again. Not the best numbers, but we're certainly hoping for a big run late as Shea misses inside. Good defense by Jabari Springer, who likely will be closing this game. He's been better than Okongwu, especially when you factor in the injury. Off the screen, Curry with space, lets it fly for 3, no good. Springer, rebound. He is fouled by Chet. That is his 5th. That worked out perfectly. We scored 2 points, and Chet is called for another foul. 4-point game, 4 minutes to go. Shea, step back. Sweet kiss off the glass. That is his first points of the second half. They need him to heat up. Jalen Williams has been the engine in the second half. They need Shea to look like Shea. And there you go. There's a nice play. Tied at 107 with 3 to go. Brandon Ingram has it. Looking for the screen from Jabari Springer. Ingram, 3 for the lead. No good. Holmgren with the board. Here comes Oklahoma City. Shea gets it over to Isaiah Joe. On the drive. Joe. Layup off the mark. Rebound by Ingram. Good defense by Golden State. In transition, looking for the lead again. Brandon Ingram has Kuminga in the corner for 3. Bang! Big time shot by Jonathan Kuminga, but the Thunder quickly respond with a wide open Jalen Williams dunk. Off the timeout, it's a 1-point game. Here is Curry with it on the drive. Runs right into Chet Holmgren. That's 6. You're out of there. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Curry would make them both at the line. 3-point game, and now Chet Holmgren is out. Now, his offense hasn't been that good today, but obviously we know how important of a player he is. As Shea makes the layup, more defensive attention can be put onto him and Jalen Williams. It's going to be a lot easier for us to score inside as well. Springer floats it up and in! How did that work? Jabari Springer is 12, 8, and 4 on perfect shooting, by the way. Shea looks to push off Curry. That one is good, and the lead is within 1 with a little over a minute and a half to go. Shea's got 8 points over the last 3 minutes, looking a lot more like himself. Curry off the screen inside. Jabari Springer with the throwdown. He is hooping right now. We said he needed to step up with the injuries to Bona and Okongwu. Even I could not have expected this. He looks like one of the best players on the floor right now. Here is Shea. Matched up with Steph. 3-point game. Pump fake. Vucevic. Layup is good. And the lead is back at 1. Neither side giving in with a minute 20 to go. Salise brings it up. Jimmy Butler currently off the floor as Jonathan Kuminga has it. Over to Stephen Curry. Curry with 19 and 8 gets the screen. Curry, open 3, off the mark. Rebound by Jalen Williams. Here comes OKC in transition, looking for the lead with a minute to go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Drives by Curry. Jumper. No good! Big stop by Curry and Kuminga. Warriors moving somewhat quick. Ingram, deep 3. No good. Springer, rebound, and the putback! Another make for Jabari Springer. We are essentially running the offense through the 10th man in the rotation, and it is working. He has been the best player for us over the last 3 minutes. We are giving him the ball consistently. and he is rewarding us. Now, that time, it wasn't necessarily a scheme play. It was an offensive rebound. But still, my goodness, is he playing well. 3-point lead off the OKC timeout. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Spin move inside. Good possession for the Thunder. They quickly score and bring the lead within 1. I'm surprised they're not going for the press yet. It'll be interesting to see how Golden State manages the clock. No reason to make a super quick decision unless somebody's open. Curry on the drive, open lane. Layup is good. I wasn't planning on scoring quickly, but that's about as easy of a layup as you'll get. The reason why that was so simple is because the Thunder sent so much focus on Jabari Springer, leading all that space for Steph Curry. Imagine saying that before this game started, that Jabari Springer would be their defensive focus. Thunder use another timeout to talk it over again. I think we're going to make some defensive switches. Right now, we've got the starting 1 through 4 along with Jabari Springer in the game, and I think for right now, we're going to roll with that. We might have a guy like Kajai Stokes come in a little bit, but for right now, we're going to roll with this group. I think they're looking for Shai. Yeah, Jalen Williams has probably been a little bit more consistent throughout the game, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has taken over the last 4 minutes. I would love to force a jumper out of him. Do not let him get an easy drive to the basket because he is one of the best rim finishing guards in the league. I don't really know how I want to manage crashing the glass because on one hand, I don't want them to get second chance looks. But on the other hand, it's not like I want to get off the three-point line. Say they get an offensive rebound and somebody's open on the weak side from deep with an easy chance to tie the game. That would not be good. So it's a three-point game, 25 seconds left. Isaiah Joe has it. Here's Shai now, matched up with Curry. Over to Vucevic. Good pass, and it's off the mark. Well short. The ball definitely was not tipped. That might just be the worst 3-foot shot I've ever seen in my entire life. How was he that far off? So look who is fouled and going to the line. Jabari Springer, who's been unbelievable all night, misses his first shot of the entire game. And the Warriors are going to use a timeout. I'll be honest, I definitely did not click the timeout button. Why would we call a timeout here? Why would we want Jabari Springer to think over this free throw more? The only logical explanation would be to make some defensive switches in terms of personnel on the floor, but we can do that anyway off of the first free throw into the second, but I guess we're going to do it now. So I think this is where we bring in a guy like Kajai Stokes, arguably our best perimeter defender. He's the guy I want with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Go back to game 1. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander down by 2, pull-up mid-ranger. He missed it because of the great shot contest by Kajai Stokes. So I think what we're going to do is Stokes is going to be listed at the 1, Curry at the 2, Butler at the 3, and we're going to keep Brandon Ingram off the floor, given that he's the weaker defender of the group. Obviously, they're going to be looking for Shai. I think it's more so a question of does he shoot a 2 or a 3, because they're out of timeouts. With 18.5 seconds left, you could go for a quick 2 and then foul and then go for another shot, but that would require a lot to happen. We cannot let up a 3 here. I would certainly look out for Jalen Williams as well. I think he's certainly someone who they would trust taking a big shot here. Isaiah Joe is one of the best catch-and-shoot guys in the league. I imagine they would not be afraid to send him the ball. Lou Dort even has shot the ball well against us. So pretty much everybody on the floor can space it for Oklahoma City. And because of that, we need to send all of our defensive pressure, essentially, onto the perimeter. We cannot let them get any open looks from deep, regardless if the free throw is made here. Maybe the biggest free throw of this young man's life. Jabari Springer sinks the second one. Springer's been able to watch a lot of big NBA moments firsthand with his father. Now he's in one. How is Nikola Vucevic that wide open? Took my send all the pressure on the perimeter idea a little too seriously. Curry is fouled. He will go to the line to shoot 2. Now, even though Springer's been maybe a little bit more impressive and some other guys have shot the ball better, obviously we want Steph Curry at the line to try to finish off the game. We are up by 2. Clock currently sits at 13.2. Oklahoma City's going to have to move quick. Again, regardless of what happens here, if he misses 1, that certainly opens the door for them to tie it with a 3. Here we go. Curry, first one, rattles in. 3-point lead. I don't think it's a question if you try to make or miss it here. Given that it's a 3-point game, you obviously try to make it. Sure enough, he goes 2 for 2. Oklahoma City out of timeouts. They're going to have to play through it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has it. Quickly over to Jalen Williams for 3. Bang! The lead is within 1. Hold on. We got to inbound this right. Butler, baseline. Curry is fouled. He will go back to the line, fouled by Lou against Dort. So Curry will get 2 more. He just made his last pair at the line. No matter what, though, Oklahoma City at the very least will get a chance to tie, given that the lead is within 1. And we'll see if they can potentially get even luckier if Curry misses one of these. So with 6.8 seconds to go, Stephen Curry at the line. Game 4 of the second round of the Western Conference playoffs on the line. First free throw here for Steph. The crowd loud on their feet as it is good. You can make the argument, does he try to miss it here or make it? Because off a miss, the Thunder don't have time for an inbound. I would still try to make it, though. Keep it as a 3-point game and don't foul. He goes 2 for 2, makes them both. 6-point game. Got to imagine OKC goes for a quick 3. Shea out to Dort for the tie. No good! And that's going to do it. The Golden State Warriors hang on and survive here in Game 4. 125-122. Lou against Dort misses a deep 3. The Thunder really did not get a good shot off there on that last possession. Good job there defensively to hang on. Good job there by the offense to really keep things afloat in the fourth quarter. Got to give a major shout out to Jabari Springer. My goodness, was he impressive. We had a few other guys play well. Curry had 25 and 8. Did not shoot the ball very well. 8 of 22 from the field. 6 of, 14 from 2. That's not great. 2 for 8 from deep, but he was money at the line to finish things off. B.I. 22, 6, and 6 on good splits. 8 of 10 from 2. He played a really good game and was out there for 34 minutes. Kuminga with 21 on good shooting. We got to talk about the youngsters, though. Kajai Stokes and Jabari Springer, who we have called upon to step up due to injuries, combined to go 14 for 15. That is unbelievable. Jabari Springer, we ran the offense through him at the end of the game, and it worked. Finishing with 17, 10, and 4 on perfect shooting. And then Stokes, 16 points, 7 of 8 from the field. It is exciting to know that these young guys are not phased. The lights are not too bright. I am unbelievably proud of these two, especially Jabari Springer, because I really did not see this performance coming. Got to imagine both of them, especially Springer, are going to see bigger roles, especially with the injury to Onyeka Okongwu. Even when he was healthy, Jabari Springer, his performance was something that we could not even dream of from Okongwu. 38 for Jalen Williams, 38, 8, and 6 to be exact, on 8 of 13 shooting from deep. Jalen Williams has been a complete star out there, while Shea was great as well. He had 30 and 10. Again, even when one of their big 3 is quiet, the other 2 can step up and keep them in the game. Now, I will say their role players were not great. Geronimo Trinidad had 11. They should have used him more. 9 minutes, given his play in this postseason series, that is not enough time on the floor. Our young players are performing. We're rewarding them with more minutes. The Thunder's young guys are performing. They're getting less minutes. Chet Holmgren, meanwhile, with just 6 points. Definitely a far cry from the last game. Fouled out in just 20 minutes. Let's keep him in foul trouble. He was clearly affected by that. We've got to continue the strategy going on to games 5 and 6. We'll be returning to Golden State and then headed back to Oklahoma City. We'll see if either team can end the series in the next episode, or if for the first time in the Warriors franchise, we're headed to 7. Hope everybody enjoyed 2 more really good games. This has been a blast of a series against OKC, as I expected going into it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.